I remember the night of the fire because I was 4, and I remember sirens going off. I remember my mother not coming home for 4 days. And she was on duty that night. She attended the Boston City Hospital nursing school and stayed on working there, and she was actually working on the Harvard Surgical Service the night of the fire.
Some of the pictures, you see some of the people with the M on their heads for the morphine shots.
Yeah. They were spread all over the parking lot of the city hospital. That's the image my mother had in her brain. There's all these people in evening clothes, not burnt. They were all pulmonary deaths. And they're lined up in rows all over the parking lot. I mean, there were 300 of them. There's a lot of
How
people.
do you get that? I mean,
Well, she never got over it.
Turn the robe on itself by the cabinet key, brushed on by the numbers on the wall, pushing anchored feet through crowds on concrete, pulling for someone to look like you and belong to me. I swear I would belong to you. With you even in my rear view, I won't die alone. And your memories, the company I keep all around these days.
Yeah, I was awaited that night, and I was less than 12 feet away from those flames. So it was tough, you know.
Never forget that day. I was only 16. It's been so important to me because I had so many questions that I've held all this time.
I was a tap dancer at Coconut Grove. I was a chorus boy, believe it or not. And a year later I was like the Japanese, but anyhow.
Anchors for angels and ladders for demons, but still I'll stay trapped behind unlocked doors again. A kingdom for your kiss and a castle for your frown, a throne to at your feet, lay my burdens down for. Belong to me, I swear I would belong to you. You even in my rear view, I won't die alone. Your memories, the company I keep.
She ended up caring for multiple patients, and the most famous patient of all, the poster boy Cliff Johnson, was one of her patients. And but she never really recovered, and even in the 60s she would wake up screaming, remembering the visual. She suffered from what can only be diagnosed now as PTSD.
You gave a great speech. I loved how you said it was hallowed ground. And you started the speech saying that. You know, like we need to remember that.
This is what disturbed us terribly about the developers, okay?
Oh, yeah.
And they've already dug holes for testing the soil and stuff. So yeah, that's still going on in the background.